They'll run down the hill in one of the most storied entrances in all of college football. Death Valley, Clemson, South Carolina, home to the Tigers since 1945. Little gets the blood boiling, quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Yellow Jackets will kick it away first. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. So the Clemson Tigers offense will get the first swing of the game. And the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive in games like this, guys, and it's crucial to get your emotions under control.
No doubt. In rivalry games, you've got to limit the mental errors and you've got to limit the penalties because those will kill you, Pollard.
And you got to come out under control. It means so much. We know that. The fans are all talking about it, but it's just football.
First down for this offense. He wants to throw. Makes a connection. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. Starting this drive like that is exactly what they'd hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep. We anticipate this one being much tighter than the last time these two met when it was a blowout, David.
And here's the thing. You got an opportunity right now. You got the football early in this game to show you. This is going to be more of the same, Palmer.
Well, we talked to both coaching staffs and players, and they're all very aware of what happened the last time these two teams played. So expect everybody's A game today. Reese, you're right. We expect this one to be a lot tighter.
The Tigers will move the sticks with the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
How about that call? You're right around midfield, 4th down on your opening drive. So you run the football and you put your trust and confidence in your offensive line up front to get it done and keep your offense on the field. That is impressive.
And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Just a simple power play. Power football. Be strong, be big, be physical. Make it a 4th quarter game. Make them feel you. Keep them off balance.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. The give to the tailback. And a good solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
I think you run that play so you stay out of 3rd and long. 3rd and long is not where an offense ever wants to thrive. 3rd and medium, hey, I'm good with that. So you run that play to make sure you're set up for a good 3rd down.
Finds the tight end. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. The Tigers getting set on 1st and 10. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Flips it out to the back. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
These touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut or I can throw it and then just spread me out and make me defend so many things, and you could tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big 1st down.
A little screen to the running back. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tigers.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise on the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TV.
And he added the extra point. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Yellow Jackets offense has the ball for the first time. And it won't be easy to throw the ball down the field today, David, because both of these teams have lockdown corners.
I mean, these guys shut down half of the field. Playmaking cornerbacks that really can play man-to-man and lock down the best guys on the other side.
Yeah, if I'm a quarterback in this game, I am taking a calculated risk if I'm throwing towards one of these two dudes because you're just asking to get picked off.
They'll ride the hot hand. Knocked down after getting 6 all the way out to the 34-yard line. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. They go to the counter. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. That is just a sideline clinic. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want.
Hard work pays off, guys. These offenses work so hard week in and week out, working on those critical down distances, 3rd downs. And having that conversion this early in the game, that's got to feel good for this offense.
Powers through the defender.
It's really frustrating when you get a guy in his spot. He's in the hole. He's there to do his job. And you can't get the guy on the ground. That's your job. Get him on the ground. You know, especially a guy that's not a huge back. You got to make that tackle. You can't make it easy on the offense where now they got a manageable situation.
Nowhere to run on that when he loses 4 on the carry. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Got his man downfield. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
That's really got to make this offensive coordinator feel good calling plays. You get a completion on 3rd down early in the game, and he should be having a lot of confidence now moving forward in this game calling plays.
They'll run it. Hard running there.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on 1st down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good 2nd down.
Off play action. Fires to the right. A strike downfield. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
1st and goal. Georgia Tech.
We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. We've played 1. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's one way to make a stop. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business. They're backed up 1st and 10 from inside their own 5, and they'll try to get this drive started. Didn't find much room. He'll pick up a couple out to the 5.
And it's not a surprise who they gave the football to. When you get down in this area, they're going to call his name. The physical back, they're going to give him the football. They're going to use their identity of physicality and run game down.
He lets it fly. He's got it down the left. Oh, look out. There he goes. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Tigers. And once he got loose, it was all over.
And I love the play call. Oftentimes offensively, you like to throw the football deep down in your own end and take shots because you're anticipating man coverage. So if you get a receiver that can get behind the defense, that has a chance to be a home run type play. And you saw it work out exactly that way right there.
The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. New set of downs after that completion. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Got his man on the outside. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Now on second down. The give from the gun. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 after the 35. And the Yellow Jackets moving quickly to the line. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. After that last incompletion, the offense is now in punt formation. He'll bring it back. It's Williams. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. He'll start this drive firing. Flushed out of the pocket. Still on his feet at the 45. How about that nice run from this junior quarterback? Just nosing into enemy territory at the 49. It's 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete. They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. This time on target. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. He's going to pass. Fires to the wideout. Snagged in the middle. It's Brown. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. And the Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Comes out throwing on first down. It's complete to the left. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. A designed run for the quarterback. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. The pressure ramps up on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. He wants it all. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. So they got the touchdown now, going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. Here he comes from his own end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quick that you can go to.
He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. A new set of downs after the completion. Wants to throw on first down. He's got his man. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. That last completion sets him up on second down. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. On second down, looking again to throw. He's off to the races. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown,
man. Nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going to the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
He'll bring it out. It's Acha. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out everybody right now on the same page.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Fairly manageable distance here on third down from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. Wide open, he makes the catch. Boy, are they loving that huge play. He's got it down to the 9. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. He's looking to pass. Complete. And the defense makes the tackle, and that ought to do it here in the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, what an environment there today. All the animosity and flat-out hatred that comes with a good old-fashioned rivalry game on display in that first half. The passing game for both sides has been outstanding. On point, unrelenting. They've excelled in the short game, the intermediate game, and especially on the deep ball. All in all, a thrilling display of offensive firepower, and these defenses have a lot to discuss here at halftime. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
Ready to start the second half, and Clemson will kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. Timeout called by the defense is their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments. They've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think even if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
Yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And the returner will be brought down. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Looking to move it through the air. Catch in the middle, it's Brown. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. And the pass is intercepted. Got room on the return. Touchdown! Georgia Tech! A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense.
Really nice drive by this offense. This is a top 10 defense. This is a challenge. They're going to make everything difficult. So when you can make some plays against this defense, you got to absolutely take advantage, create some momentum for your squad. Nice drive by this offense.
He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all right after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
On second down, he'll fire. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third down, he drops to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Brown. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. He'll just keep slinging it. Fires to the right. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch. This defense might be reeling after those last two and now facing first and goal. Pressure coming. Keeping his eyes downfield, rolling left. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He's looking to throw. Makes the catch. And he was pushing for that goal line, but the D stopped him at the 2. The line of scrimmage, the 2. And these final 2 yards might be the toughest here on third down. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Well, you'd think this would be a very makeable field goal attempt, but they're going to go for it on fourth down. They'll try the run. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
Hey, if you're going to go for it on fourth down, if you decide to run the football, you've got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward. They're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Feet in the end zone, looking to fire. Quickly out to the tight end. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. The Yellow Jackets want to crank the tempo. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking to the big tight end. It's caught. Bulldozes his way through. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. All the way down at the 33-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Oh, it's a reverse. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Last play was a near disaster. Now dealing with 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. Fires to the tight end. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that 1st down. Lining up to convert 3rd down. Trying play action. And it's knocked away, incomplete, and that's how we'll wrap up the 3rd quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Getting some heat. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a 1st down. Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They pieced together a couple of 1st downs, and here they come again. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. And guys, if they can make their way into the end zone, we'll have a tie game in the 4th and the stick. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
The quarterback just has to be more aware of the situation. 1st down, goal-to-go situation. You cannot take a sack. So the QB, if no one's open, you got to make sure you're throwing that ball out of the end zone and helping your offense out.
The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. Pushes and picks his way ahead for 6 yards. He's down at the 8. If they can get it into the end zone here, they can really turn up the heat in this one. 3rd and goal. Looking to the end zone. And he will score! Touchdown, Yellow Jackets!
And what an unbelievable job protecting the quarterback. He's got so much time to go through his progressions. And when you're a receiver, you got to understand that 1st route might not be open. Now, I got to adjust. He adjusts really well. He finds the receiver for the big play, and they get 6 points for it.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Power football with the run. Getting behind those pads and behind a stiff arm to get it out to the 27. 8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. Toss sweep to the right. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a 1st down.
And you're trying to get the ball to your running back in space. And a really good job tossing it on the perimeter. What do you need? You need to set the edge. You got to do a good job with your offensive line. And then you need perimeter blocking out wide to hold their own. Do a good job, hold their own. Nice positive game, nice positive toss play.
Clemson is quick to the line. He wants to throw here on 2nd down. Caught near the sticks. It's Williams. Stop is made at the 44, but it's a 15-yard gain and a 1st down. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield. We saw that right there.
And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run. The clock stops as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the game. Back to the air one more time. Quickly complete. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one. Line getting set on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Grab near the sticks. It's Williams. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half.
You know, you're seeing in college football now with spread offense and tempo and air raid, we're seeing more and more 400-yard days, but I can't remember the last time I've seen one look as impressive as this guy has played today, David. He has been on fire.
And it's so annoying now because all the quick game is so good, and then you take shots when you get matchups, and you see tight ends now that move like wide receivers and running backs that move like receivers. There's so many ways that quarterbacks can hurt you now, and he showed all of it today.
Quick pass on the jet motion. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
Just flip with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward. Let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job. Nice execution. First down.
And this was just a low man wins battle right on the doorstep of the goal line, and the defense comes up with this touchdown Tigers. They've got the lead here in the fourth.
Man, how about this offense in crunch time, doing what they do, getting 6 on the board. Now I turn to my defense right now and say, boys, we need one more stop. Go out there and get me one more.
And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. These are the games. These are the moments. This is the opportunity for the finish that people remember in rivalries like this.
And those highlights that are shown for years and years to come. These big-time moments, Palmer, coming down to the wire, who steps up and makes the big-time play.
And this is why you lift the weights in the offseason. This is why you do all the gassers and all the sprints. For moments like this, game on the line in one of the biggest games of the year.
Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. He'll spike the ball to try to save every precious second he can. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. On second down, looking to throw. And it's incomplete. It was wild, high and wide on that one. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. On third and long, he has to throw for it. He wants a big play here late. It's caught downfield. And he scoots out of bounds, picks up the first down, gets the clock stopped, and now they're in business in plus territory. Throws for the tight end. And he drops it, just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
It doesn't matter who it is, receivers, in this case, a tight end. You get open, you sometimes start to look at that green space in front of you, and you just take your eye off the football, lose your concentration a little bit, and miss that opportunity for possibly a big play.
Second down after that incompletion. He's looking to throw. Unloads it left. It's complete. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. And they'll spike the ball to try to save as much time as they can. Second down coming up. He's looking to throw. Coming after it. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play. He spikes it. Clock stops as they try to rally late.
And the defense has given up some plays, some passing yards on this drive. You want to stop that? Nice job rushing the quarterback, making him feel a little bit of pressure and getting him on the ground and now getting him behind the sticks.
The defense uses a timeout, and we are down to 11 seconds left to play. Trailing by a touchdown, this fourth down opportunity is gargantuan. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. The offense set for a first down play. He wants to throw. He finds his man. Makes a catch and knocked down. It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. We did, and certainly this was a huge win.
Yeah, and you started, you circled it, you were ready for this team. This is the